Now, if you're anything like me and you live alone, all you bachelors and bachelorettes out there, then you know how frustrating it can be trying to cook for one person. We always end up just settling for the boxed meal or the packet of ramen or something. Well, not today. Today I want steak. Today I want poor man's ribeye. And you'll see what I mean by poor man's ribeye. But it's a great cut of steak. It's absolutely fabulous. And with it, we're going to have some baby red potatoes coated with some ranch roasted baby red potatoes and some sauteed green beans. This is for one. Of course, you can do two, but we're doing one because I want steak tonight. All right, let's head over to my tiny little kitchen and get started. So here it is, poor man's ribeye, and we're talking about beef chuck eye steak. There's only a couple of these. Every time that Albertsons cuts their meat, they only get like 2 of these, so they go quick. But for, right now they're $11 a pound. This is just under a pound, so $9.34 for this. But look at how thick it is. And if you're like me and you like your steak medium rare, this is perfect for the frying pan. Now, just for comparison on meat prices, I also went and got this because I saw it and I wanted it. This is a beef ribeye, boneless. And you can see here, it's $19 a pound regular. I got it for 15 bucks a pound. But 19 bucks a pound regular is just under a pound. So I paid $14.24, but yeah. So steak shouldn't have to be a luxury item. I also picked up some red potatoes and some ranch seasoning mix that we're going to roast these for a side dish, as well as saute up some of these green beans right here. Now the first thing I'm going to do is dry brine my piece of beef. Now dry brining it just means you're going to cover it in salt. We're going to put it in the fridge on a rack. The salt's going to pull the moisture out, the meat's going to soak it back in, and it's just going to add a lot better flavor to the end product. Let's go. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to coat it with salt on all sides. I'm using pink Himalayan salt. You can use basically any salt you want, but I'd steer clear of table salt. All right, get that nice and salted. So we're going to put this in the fridge for about 2 hours and let it do its thing uncovered. All right, so I got the green beans all prepped up, saute them. We got the potatoes here. I'm going to go get the oven warmed up to 425 and then get these cut up and prepped, and I'll be right back. Water's boiling, green beans going in. And I have this. It's frozen bacon from when I make my when I buy a bunch of bacon ends and bake them down and get all the fat from my bacon fat, and then I put the bacon itself in the freezer. So I'm going to chop this up. That's going to get sauteed in with our green beans, and we'll work on the potatoes. All right, the green beans are drained. Throw those in there. Go ahead and throw this bacon, crumbled bacon. I got it still on medium-high heat. We're just going to let that saute for a little bit. Throw a little salt, a little pepper in there. Ooh, I know. We need garlic. I'll be right back with some garlic. Now we're going to add our garlic. Give that about another minute or so, and then that's done. Let's take these guys. What I want to do with these is I'm going to cut them into quarters. Now, I'm going to put these potatoes in this bag. Alright. Now, ranch. Honestly, I don't know how much to use, so I'm probably just going to use my best judgment. I know I won't be using it all, just, I don't know. Let's see here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right, oven's ready. Potatoes are going in. I'm gonna say half an hour, maybe an hour. We'll check back on them. Now for the star of the show. I took it out of the fridge. As you can see, it's much darker now. All that salt has soaked into the meat. So now we're gonna do our other spices, and that is garlic powder and pepper. And for the pan, I am going to put just a little bit of vegetable oil. Not about that much. Probably about 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna go ahead and slap this baby in there. And yes, make sure you move it around the skillet. You don't want it staying in one spot. If anybody tells you otherwise, don't listen to them. All right, that is done. We're going to set it over here on the cutting board to rest for about 8 minutes. And then we'll come back and slice it up. Let's slice her up to see how I did. Beautiful. These are looking done. All right, I think it's time to dish that up. I am starving. Who says you can't eat good on a budget?